Hi, I'm Khiry. I'm from inFlow's success team, and I'm here to go over serial numbers with you. Now, this is a question I get asked a lot. If you have any questions about it in this video as well or afterwards, don't forget to comment below. While you're doing that, don't forget to like and subscribe as well if you haven't already to the channel. But I get this question asked a lot in my emails of, does inFlow have the ability of tracking serial numbers or tracking the uniqueness of individual quantities? You know, sometimes people may buy things individually, or there may be variations within an actual product's page, and you need to track all those different costs for those things. So this is something that helps really do this for you, or track the uniqueness of each of those quantities. So let me show you how that kind of works. Also, before I get started, you may not see this as a part of your plan. It is an add-on. You know, I don't think this is something that everybody uses. So if, again, you have been looking for it and you don't see it, feel free to reach out to your customer success manager and they can help you get that added into your account. So let's first just go to a product page, and I just wanted to show you when you're setting that up. If you were setting up a new item for cereals, you want to make sure you enable serial tracking, and this will give you the option for that ability to track serial numbers. I already have a product here set up, and I'm going to go to that quickly right over here, and I just called this an iPhone 17 Pro 256. And when you have this set up, you can see that now beside my quantities I have this little window beside it, and that is kind of my little package for holding those serial numbers. And that's what you're always going to see whenever you are dealing with a product that is using serial numbers. That gives it a uniqueness. So let me show you how it kind of works, how you'll always have to let a serial number be known and confirm it afterwards. So let's go to our friend Peter here, who is going to allow us to buy a couple iPhones here. So I'm going to make a few different individual lines for one, because say I'm buying 3 of these, but we're buying them all at different prices. So let's say for this one, we're buying this one at $200. We're buying this one at $300. And we're buying this at, you guessed it, $400. And we'll save that. Now you can see with each of my products, it's giving me that little indicator. So if I go into here now, I now have to set a serial number for that. And in this case, I'm going to set it to 12345. Oops, I forgot to hit set serial number there. My fault. 12345. Let's set serial number and we'll save that. Let's do the same for here. 5678. Let's set serial number and we'll save that. And then we'll go to our last one here, and I'll call this one 0987. Set serial number and save that. So now I got 3 of the same product, but I'm tracking them each individually through different serial numbers. The same thing would work too if you had to add another unit here. So maybe I'm buying 2 of these. I can also come back in here and set or edit that. So if I needed to make this one 7654, set that serial number, I can have 2 here that I'm buying at $400, but also still unique quantities within those. And we'll save that there. So now we got these set up, and when I'm receiving, I will have to do pretty much the same thing. So if I need to receive all of these, I would have to come here. It's going to confirm those serial numbers, and I can save that there. All right, and we'll mark that as paid. So now let's go back to our product and take a look at what that is like. So now we have 4 of these phones in here, and now I can see all the serial numbers that I have in here. Just to let you know, inFlow does have the ability to generate serial numbers for you. So if it's something where you don't want to have to come up with these serial numbers every single time, kind of like how I did, or if you don't actually have a physical device that has serial numbers attached to it, you know, you can make inFlow generate those for you, which makes things a lot easier. And maybe you're only using it for the purpose of tracking each individual, you know, item. And you can see that it's, I have moving average set up and this little lock beside it. And that's because serial numbers are very particular because they need to be brought in through purchase orders if they need to track the cost, because each of them are very unique, right? You want to be able to track each of those. So in the system, it knows what I paid for each of these, but my moving average is going to still take effect here to tell me what I'm kind of generally paying as an average for all of these if I'm using moving average. So just to kind of explain that. We have other videos that talk about costing, so maybe we'll link that below and you can go into that after this video. So now if I was selling these now, and let's say we're selling these to our good friend Clark, maybe he has to make some random calls from different parts of the world. Let's add our phone in here, and let's say we're selling 2 of these. And I didn't set the price in here, but I'm selling these all for $700. Once I have these set up, I will now have to confirm those serial numbers again. So I have to set those serial numbers. But now you can see that the serial numbers that are available to be sold will now show up in here. I also have a search bar, so if that list was very, very long, I could do that. I can also autofill these as well. So I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to select this one. And that'll make a record that those 2 specific serial numbers of the quantity of 4 that I have will be going out to Clark here. And again, I would have that same opportunity for picking. So if I have to pick these individually, you can see that it's giving me a required because those are the ones I pinpointed to on my actual sales order. So it's pointing to those first, so I can save those and save that again. And same thing will follow for shipping. You know, you have to confirm it there, or I can hit fulfill because it knows the ones that I have, but if you had to do some type of change in there, you know, it still gives you that option. And now we know those are selected. And if I go back to my product, I can actually see some more of the detail in that flow, right? So now my remaining ones are the ones I didn't sell. And if I go into order history, I can see those. I can even search by serial numbers if I need to see the specific orders of when something came in or out. And if I go to my movement history, I also see the details of all those serial numbers that came in. And if I needed to search, I have that ability to search it there. So serial numbers are really great, especially if you need a lot of traceability. I hope this video helped. And until the next one, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.